don't think that Joke's done anything wrong. Like, I really don't think that he's in the wrong here. Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for joining me again. We are watching episode number 9 of Hidden Agenda today. And last episode kind of felt like a final episode. However, the trailer reminded me that there's history between Joke and Zoe that I'd forgotten about, that at the time I was like, oh, this is interesting, because obviously when they first met each other, Zoe took over Joke's position in the Freshie contest, and then Joke was a bit of a dick to him, and we as an audience are not yet sure why. So there's clearly something that's gone on, because I personally believe that Joke has had a crush on Zoe the whole time. So I don't know what's happened between them at the start that made Joke behave that way. Which is obviously why Zoe then thought that Joke hated him. And I think that might be what's going to cause the issues this episode. So I'm intrigued to find out what that's all about. It does, however, feel like they're kind of introducing issues for an episode, then resolving them, then introducing a new issue next episode, and then resolving that. And it does just kind of take all of the importance, all of the threat. There's no build-up with these issues that they're facing. The fact that the stalker thing was resolved so quickly didn't give the storyline the gravity that they could have given it. It would have been much more interesting if that had been more of an ongoing thing, especially since we've got like 4 more episodes to go. They could have done something more with that, and I don't really understand why they didn't, because they could have made that really interesting, and it feels like they've just not took advantage of that. They've set up too many things. It didn't need all of these issues. It didn't need there to be the stalker issue, and also the Joke and Zoe misunderstanding when they first met, and also the Finland issue, and also the Nita issue. Like, we didn't need all of these issues. It kind of feels like they're just throwing stuff at it at this point, where they could have just had one or two of those and fully developed them. We'll see how they do with this one. I mean, they kind of flopped it with the stalker one, but I'll give them the benefit of the doubt. We'll see how they deal with this one. I'm sure it's probably going to be resolved by the end of the episode, but we'll give them a chance, and let's just get into the episode. Joke can't cope not seeing you for that long. Yeah. I don't think he can survive. That is a long time. I mean, of course he's going to wait for you, but still. 3 calls a day.
แล้วก่อนนอนเนี่ยต้องวิดีโอคอลหาด้วย
Oh.
เพราะถ้ากูไม่เห็นหน้ามึงเนี่ย
Oh my god, he's adorable.
ดีไหม
I mean, come on, Zoe, did you expect any differently? Like, Joke was clingy before you became boyfriends. I said this last episode, that Joke was a lot before you were boyfriends. It's going to be so much worse now that you're actually boyfriends. Is he waiting for Zoe? Yes.
รอนานไหมครับ
ไม่นานเลยครับคุณแฟน มาเดี๋ยวถือให้
ไอ้เจ๋งกระโปรงอยู่ตรงนั้นน่ะไปหามันกัน
They're so freaking cute. I'm surprised. Obviously, Jeng and Park aren't out at school. Jeng's not out at all. I'm surprised that they spend time together in the open, because they don't seem like two people where their paths would really cross to become friends. I'm just surprised because Jeng's so, like, no one can know about us, that he's happy with people seeing him spend time with Park.
แล้วมึงไงเจ๋ง มึงไม่มีเรียนมีสอบแบบเขาบ้างเหรอ
โอ้ย
What's
มี
Jeng
เฮีย
doing?
ผมแวะมาหาปกเฉยอะแป๊บนึง
Who's he messaging?
พี่โซ่ที่มีเลคเชอร์ของ ใครมันทักหาพี่นักหนา
Yeah. Who are you messaging?
รุ่นน้องอะ
What? The same girl that was hitting on you last episode? Because if it fucking is, I'm gonna be pissed.
น้องก็ทักมาถามปรึกษาเรื่องเรียนอะ
ไอคนที่ขอไอจีมึงตอน Open House ปะ
ใช่เฮีย ผมก็ตอบไปเป็นมารยาทอะ
แล้วพี่ให้
I'm
จีเข้าไปทำไม
fuming.
ตั้งแต่แรกอะ
ก็น้องขอ
Yeah.
กูเลย
I mean,
ให้ไป แต่น้องเขาเป็น
you knew about this, Park. He told you about this. Why is Park now acting surprised? Like, Park knows about the girl because Jeng told him about the girl. I'm surprised that he's still messaging her. I'm pissed off. Park deserves so much better than Jeng. Like, I initially was like, they're such an adorable couple. Jeng clearly adores Park. Like, love them. Absolutely not. No, my opinion has changed so much since then. Jeng, yes, I'm sure he does adore Park. The way that he shows it. Well, he doesn't show it, does he? Park deserves so much better. Park deserves someone that can. I mean, Park deserves someone that at the very least is not messaging some girl whilst he's sat there. Obviously, Park entered into this relationship knowing that Jeng's not out, so I can't exactly sit here being like Jeng's the worst because he won't come out, because that's his business. If he's not ready to come out, he's not ready to come out. We can't hate him for that. But the way that he treats Park, I'm not happy about it. It's like he doesn't even realise what he's doing to him. Like, he doesn't even realise that Park feels insecure about the fact that they're not out. He could do something to help with that at least.
กูก็เลยไม่ได้คิดอะไรอะอยากแนะนำน้องเขาเฉย
ไม่ได้คิดอะไร
It's not.
แต่พี่ก็ไม่ได้คิดด้วยใช่ไหมว่าผมจะรู้สึกไงอะ
Yeah, exactly. Yes, exactly. Yes, Park.
ไหนมึงบอกว่าเรื่องนี้มึงโอเคไง
ตอนแรกผมโอเค
But why are you still
But
messaging
okay
her?
now.
Yeah.
เฮ้ย มึงมีเหตุผลหน่อยดิ
He
วะ
is being reasonable.
No,
He's
can't
being
have a
reasonable.
แต่ดูก็รู้ป่ะว่าเขาชอบพี่อะ
Yeah,
แต่กูก็ไม่ได้
exactly.
ชอบน้องเขาเปล่า
But you haven't made that clear to
ถ้าพี่เป็
her.
นผมอะพี่จะรู้สึกไงวะ
Yeah.
ที่มีคนที่ชอบแฟนตัวเองอะแต่เขามาคุยกับแฟนตัวเองไม่หยุด
Yeah.
ผมควรจะต้องดีใจปะ
ไอ้ปก มึงใจเย็นก่อนได้ปะวะ มึงอย่างนี้เง่าได้ปะ
Fucking
ผมไม่เงี่ยวเองอะ
prick.
เสียใจไหมอะที่เขาบอกผมอะ
ไอโปกใจเย็นดิวะ
No, Park's in the right here. Fuck off, so. Like, this is none of your business, quite frankly. Park is in the right here. I am so passionate about this. Park has every right to be pissed off about this. Park had every right to be pissed off about it in the first place. And he was reasonable. He was so reasonable at that point. Where he was like, no, that's fine. I'm so happy that you told me. And that was the right move. That whole conversation was great. I was very happy that Jeng had told Park, and I was happy that Park had understood where Jeng was, that it was awkward at the time, and he felt like he couldn't say no to giving out his Instagram, and then she'd messaged him out of the blue. Why the fuck is he still messaging her? Why the fuck is he still messaging her? 2, why the fuck hasn't he made it clear that he's not into her? And he's basically sat there ignoring Park because of her. Park has every right to be pissed off. I'm on Park's side.
ไม่ต้องคิดมากมึง
No, it's not fair. He keeps making Park feel this way. And it's like he doesn't think about how his actions are gonna impact Park.
ผมมองไม่เห็นอนาคตแล้วอ่ะพี่
Yeah. They're not going anywhere.
คนเราอ่ะ แม่งจะคบกันแบบหรูๆซ่อนๆอะไปตลอดได้ยังไงวะ หรือว่า จริง ๆ แล้วพี่เขา
And I understand why Puck
อาจจะไม่จริง
feels
จังกับ
this
ผมแต่แรก
way.
ก็ได้
ถ้าไม่ไหวอะยังไงมึงก็มีกูนะ
I'm so happy the Puck has Zoe here. But I understand why Puck's like, maybe he's just not serious about me. Jeng has made him feel that way by acting so casually about their relationship and also about the fact that they're hiding it. As far as we've seen, Jeng has no intention of coming out. They're just in two different places. And unless Jeng comes out, I don't think that they're going to reconcile that. It's no wonder Puck feels insecure about their relationship when the situation is how it is. And I think that Puck's been feeling guilty for feeling this way because he's like, I think Puck's been trying to understand why Jeng is so reluctant to come out. And he probably doesn't want to push him, but then it's making him feel like shit.
ใจเย็นก่อนดิวะ อะไรเฮีย
Why the fuck are you mad,
ทำแบบนี้ไม่ได้
Jeng?
ด้วย ผมทำอะไรวะ ผมยังไม่ได้ทำอะไรเลยนะเว้ยเฮีย
Exactly, you haven't done anything. There was things that you needed to do. And also you were messaging a girl.
กูจะด่ามึงตั้งแต่วันนั้นแล้ว
Yeah, you shouldn't have given her
แล้ว
your
ว่ามึงยังไม่คุยกับเขาจริง
Instagram.
จังเนี่ย มึงจะเที่ยวทำตัวโสดแบบนี้ไม่ได้นะเว้ย
Exactly. It's not fair on
Yeah.
Park.
ถึงผมจะบอกคนอื่นว่าผมโสดเนี่ย แต่ผมก็ไม่เคยเปิดโอกาสให้คนอื่นเข้ามานะเฮีย จริง ๆ เรื่องนี้มันไม่ได้มีอะไรเลยเฮีย
That it's irrelevant whether Jeng thinks it's a big deal. It's the fact that it's a big deal to Park. That's what I'm like so pissed off about. That's what Jeng's not getting. Like, yeah, it's not a big deal to some people, but when it's a big deal to Park, then it should be a big deal to Jeng. When it's hurting his boyfriend so much, then it should be a big deal to him. And that's why Pop feels like shit, because the things that are a big deal to him, Jeng treats so casually.
แค่ผมมันไม่ไว้ใจผมเฉยๆอะ
It's not even about that.
ถ้ามันไม่ไว้ใจมึงเนี่ยมันจะยอมให้มึงปิดบังเรื่อง
Exactly.
ขนาดนี้ไหม
Would he let you go around telling everyone you were single if he didn't trust you?
แล้วอีกอย่างมึงก็งี่เง่าหลายเรื่องด้วย เขาก็เป็นคนทนเพื่อมึงมาโดยตลอดไม่ใช่เหรอ
Yes. Yes, joke. Life coach joke coming through
ไม่ได้บอกว่าให้
again.
มึงยอมแฟนทุกเรื่องนะเว้ย แต่ถ้าพวกมึงมีปัญหากันนะก็ต้องมานั่งคุยกัน
Yeah.
ไม่ใช่หันหลังหนีกันแบบนี้นะ ระวังนะเว้ย มึงหันหลังไปแล้วมึงไม่เจอเขาอะมึงจะเสียใจ
So it's just like, oh.
เนี่ยเหรอ
Oh. Oh my god, I love them. They're adorable together.
ขอชาร์จแบตด้วยนะ
ยิ้มเลยขนาดนั้นนะ
You?
ก็ดีใจไง ที่มีแฟนน่ารักขนาดนี้
You do have the sweetest
แน่
boyfriend.
นอนอยู่แล้วครับ ผมแฟนใครครับ แฟนใคร
Oh my god, he adores him so much.
เดี๋ยวกูเข้าห้องน้ำก่อนนะ
It's gonna happen now, isn't it? It's gonna happen now. He's gonna find something. That's Zoe's friend, right? Louis's character. That's Pat, I think. That's not that incriminating. Because surely Zoe knows that Joke had a crush on him and was pursuing him the whole time. Is it that surprising that Pat kind of like gave him a hint, helped him out, and was like, maybe you go here with Zoe? Pat was also the one to suggest that he asked Joke for help, though, with Nita. Why has Pat been trying to get them together? What does Pat know? Yes! What was I saying? Pat was the one that said, go to Joke. He might be able to help you with Nita. Pat and Joke were planning it the whole fucking time. Oh, that's bad, actually, yeah. I mean, it's not great. I mean, to be fair, though, I think it's more... I don't really understand why Pat's helping. And also, it's kind of like, Joke had a crush. He went to Pat for help. Pat helped him out. It's kind of the very similar thing as to what Zoe did, which was Zoe went to Joke. Him and Joke discussed how he could get Nita. You know what I mean? Like, it is somewhat similar. So I don't, let me sound that bad. Like, Joke had a crush on Zoe. So what, he got some help in trying to woo him. It's not like the biggest pivotal moment. It's not like their whole relationship is a lie. It was born out of Joke having a huge crush on Zoe. He just got some help in getting him.
เห็นเดี๋ยวนี้พวกมึงสนิทกันนี่
Don't lie.
ก็ได้นะ
Yeah, the less you say, the better at this point, Joke.
ก็ไม่นะ อันนี้จริงมึงก็สนิทกับไอ้แพทนี่
Zoe's pissed, right? I don't really get why Zoe's so annoyed. I feel like if I was in Zoe's position, I would potentially be flattered. Like, I think that am I the weird one? Or I'd love to hear your guys' opinion on this, because I feel like I would be flattered that someone liked me so much that he went to my best friend and was like, can you help me? I feel like my reaction would be to like tease him about it rather than be pissed off and then Zoe's trying to trap him in a lie. Like, let's call it what it is. Zoe's trying to trap Joke in a lie right now. I don't really get why he's so annoyed about it.
สนิทกันเร็วจังวะทำไมอะ
ไม่รู้ดิ อาจจะเป็นเพราะว่าเป็นเพื่อนมึงมั้ง
I mean, that's technically true. They did get close because he's your friend and Joke wanted to be your boyfriend.
กูยังไงก็ได้
He's not lied to you.
กูว่ากูไม่น่าต้องถาม
He saw your messages. What? Oh, they're messaging right in front of Zoe. He's pissed off. And it's obvious that you're having a conversation about him.
คุยกับใคร
Fuck. You can't, like,
คุยกับ
Park อะ
Oh, this is hard now because Joe kind of had to lie at that point. Like, you can't be like, oh, I'm texting Pat, because then it would be like, why the fuck are you texting Pat? Like, he's literally right there. Why would you text him and not talk to him? But then now he's lied to Zoe, which Zoe has every right to be annoyed about the fact that Joke's now lied. I don't really get why they're still having a conversation about it though. Like, I don't get why Pat would text him and be like, oh, I helped you out with that thing from months ago. You and Zoe are now firmly boyfriends and this is irrelevant information. Like, that was a bit ridiculous. Joke knows that Zoe's onto him. Like, Joke knows there's something going on. So maybe Joke should have been like, look, this is what happened. I need to tell you something. I've liked you for X amount of time. I wanted a way to get close to you. And Pat helped. Like, it's not that sinister. Not really. Joke wanted to spend time with Zoe, and Pat kind of created the opportunity. It's not like Joke's lied to Zoe. I mean, Joke has just lied to Zoe, but it's not like their relationship's based on lies. It's just there's been some lies in creating the opportunity for Joke to spend time with Zoe. But ultimately, the time that they spent together and the things that made Zoe fall in love with Joke, none of that was lies. And Joke's feelings for Zoe, none of that is a lie. So, it's not really, I just don't see that it's that big of an issue.
แพท ตกใจทำไม
ก็มึงมาเงียบๆอ่ะ มึงให้กูตกใจได้ไงวะ
ไม่ใช่ว่าตกใจที่กูเป็นโซ่แล้วไม่ใช่โจ๊กเหรอ
เดี๋ยวไอ้โซ่มึงพูดอะไรเนี่ย แล้วทำไมกูต้องรอให้โจ๊กด้วย
Zoe is catching them in their lies, though.
กูรู้ความจริงหมดแล้วนะเว้ย
I think you should tell him. There's nothing going on between them. You just caused him to fall down the stairs. Oh no.
แล้วมึงไปทำอีท่าไหนถึงตกบันไดเส้นเอ็นฉีกแล้วเนี่ย
Zoe threatened
ทำที่
him.
ไหนอะมึงนั่นแหละท
มึงกับกูมีเรื่องต้องเคลียร์นะเว้ย
Fuck.
เรื่องอะไรวะทำไมกูไม่เห็นรู้เลยอะ
Yeah, you are out of the loop.
รอดตัวไปนะมึง
You Joke did not.
ไปคุยกันต่อดิ
Yeah. It's time to fess up. But, alright, okay. Now I'm thinking that maybe Zoe's got the wrong end of the stick. Because maybe what's going to happen is Joke's going to explain everything that's happened and tell Zoe that it was all just because he had the hugest crush on him. And everything will be fine. Maybe Zoe thinks there's something going on. Like, maybe Zoe thinks there's something going on behind his back. When in actuality, my understanding is that Pat's just kind of like given Joke an opportunity to get close to Zoe because Joke's been like, I've got a massive crush on your best friend. Help me out, mate.
เป็นไรวะเนี่ย ข่าวมามึงไม่มองหน้ากู มึงไม่สบตากู มึงไม่คุยกับกูเลยเว้ย มึงเป็นไรปะเนี่ย
He's pissed at you.
เมื่อไหร่มึงจะบอกกูอะ
What do you think is
กู
happening?
ให้โอกาสมึงพูดตั้งหลายรอบ เมื่อไหร่มึงจะพูดความจริงกับกูอะ
มึงเป็นไรอะมึงใจยิงก่อนได้ปะวะคือตอนนี้กูไม่รู้ด้วยซ้ำว่ามึงไปรู้อะไรมาเว้ย แค่บ
มึ
อก
งปั่นหัวกูมานานแล้ว
He's not been playing you. I don't believe it.
มึงอยู่ใช้อารมณ์ก่อนได้ปะ
ถ้ากูไม่รู้เองอะมึงจะบอกกูเมื่อไหร่ แล้วกูต้องรู้สึกไงวะ เพื่อนสนิทกูแม่งขายกูให้มึงอะ
That's not what happened.
มึงใจเย็นก่อนได้ปะวะ
I really don't think that's what happened. Joke's got genuine feelings for you. So what if he got some help in wooing you?
ที่พวกกูทำมันก็ทำให้พวกเรามีวันนี้ไม่ใช่เหรอวะ
Exactly.
วันนี้ของพวกเราอะเริ่มต้นจากการโกหก
What do
ไง
you I mean,
มึงก็รู้ไม่ใช่เหรอว่ากู
I don't
ไม่
really
ชอบ
feel
ให้
like
ใคร
you
มาปั่น
were
หัว
manipulated. So
Well,
it's
let me
overreacting.
ตอนนี้เป็นมึงไง
They're two different
ไหนบอกมีอะไร
things.
ก็คุยกันได้
ก็กูไม่รู้ไง
Yeah,
มึงจะ
true.
รู้อะแล้วอีกอย่างกูไม่ได้ปั่นหัวมึงด้วย
Yeah, you weren't. Okay,
So
leave
long
with
as
that.
you
Not, I didn't think you'd
ไม่
find
ได้อะไรเลว
out.
ร้ายเลยนะเว้ย กูแค่พยายามเข้าหามึง
นี่คือมึงกำลังบอก
Exactly.
ว่ามึงไม่ผิดใช่ปะ
No, I don't think he's in the
แล้ว
wrong.
งี้กูจะเชื่อใจมึงได้ไงอะ
I mean, fucking hell. Like, Zoe's overreacting. Like, am I the only one that's like, Zoe, you're massively overreacting? Because this is what I thought was going to be the case. This is how I went into Hidden Agenda. I had the same feelings as Zoe. Episode 1, I was like, no, this is out of order. I can't believe Joke's doing this. I'm completely not on board with what's happening, the way that Joke is pursuing Zoe. And then we actually found out, well, no, Joke actually did start pursuing Zoe. It played out, and I completely backtracked on that because Joke didn't manipulate him. He didn't exploit anything. At no point did Joke manipulate the situation. He actually did help Zoe with Nita. And if Zoe hadn't realised that his feelings for Nita weren't there, Zoe would be with Nita now. Like, Joke actually didn't manipulate the situation. He was genuinely helping Zoe with Nita. He just created a chance for himself. He just gave himself an opportunity to spend some time with Zoe. I really don't think that Joke's done anything wrong. Like, I really don't think that he's in the wrong here.
ทำไมมันต้องเริ่มต้นจากการโกหกด้วยวะ
Your relationship didn't start with a lie. Your relationship didn't even really start at the beginning. Like, this isn't what I thought this was going to be about because I don't understand it. I don't understand why he's so annoyed. How is this a problem? Like, genuinely.
การโกหกเป็นเรื่องที่เกิดขึ้นปกติอยู่แล้ว
He didn't really
บาง
lie
ที
to
ที่เราพูด
you.
ความจริงเนี่ยมันอาจจะมีผลเสียมากกว่าคนดีนะ
I
ครับ
mean, he kind of did. I suppose he did say to
โดยเฉ
Pat,
พาะในความ
can
สัม
you
พันธ์
tell him to come to me about
การโกหก
Nita?
อาจจะรักษาความสัมพันธ์ได้ เพราะคุณต้องถนอมใจอีกฝ่าย แต่สำหรับผมแล้ว การใช้การโกหกสีขาว แล้วก็อ้างให้อีกฝ่ายสบายใจอะเพราะคุณกำลังปกปิดอะไรบางอย่าง หรือแอบไปกระทำอะไรลับหลัง โดยที่อีกฝ่ายไม่รู้ อันนี้ก็เป็นสิ่งที่ผิดครับ
You've undermined your whole argument here. Also, I just don't agree with Zoe. Like, I don't agree that he understands Joke's intentions. I just don't feel like it's a big deal. But then earlier in the episode, I'm like, well, it wasn't a big deal to you, Jeng, but it is to Park, so then it should be a big deal to you. So, I mean, if we apply that logic, then it's a big deal to Zoe, so then it should be a big deal to Joke. Maybe Joke should have told him, but like, when's the right time? Like, it kind of seems unnecessary. When's the right time to be like, oh, so you know, you asked me to help you date Nita. I actually gave Pat the idea. How funny! I actually gave Pat the idea for you to ask me to help you with Nita because I wanted to spend time with you. Like, I don't think that they should break up over this. I think that it's crazy. I think it's maybe because everything that Zoe's feeling and everything that Zoe's saying now is how I expected to feel watching Hidden Agenda. That's how I thought it was going to play out. That's how I thought I would feel, would be that I would feel that Zoe was manipulated by Joke and I'd feel really uncomfortable about their relationship. But because of the fact that I went into it feeling that way, and my opinion on it completely turned around, and I'm so on board with their relationship, and I'm so on board with Joke. I'm like, it wasn't like, that's not what happened. It was obvious that that's not what happened. I don't think that's gonna do it.
ข้าวจี่ที่มึงเคยทำให้กูกินตอนอยู่เชียงคานกูทำเองเลยนะ โซ
He doesn't trust you. That's what you need to
Oh, no,
rebuild.
ให้อภัยกูนะไม่กินเหรอ เดี๋ยวไม่มีแรงอ่านหนังสือสอบนะเว้ย อ่ะ สักชิ้นไหมสักชิ้นหนึ่ง
Right. I don't understand why Zoe feels so hurt about it. Like, I don't understand why Zoe's taking this so bad and feels so betrayed about it. However, I do understand why he's not forgiven him so easily, given how betrayed he feels. Zoe's very much like, their relationship was built on the trust that Joke built with Zoe. So the fact that Zoe now feels that Joke has betrayed that trust, I understand why this isn't going to resolve things. I understand why Zoe's standing firm and being like, no, I'm not going to forgive you. Because he trusted him. The fact that he trusted him meant so much to him. And the fact that Joke was so honest and open with him, I think that's one of the things that really built their relationship into something more than friends. Joke, every single step of the way, was so honest about his feelings and just kind of like laid it all out there with no pressure. I think that really was what turned things for Zoe and what made Zoe able to start this relationship. So the fact that he now feels like Joke actually wasn't honest with him, whether I agree with him or not on that, I do understand why Zoe can't get past that if he feels like Joke betrayed his trust and Joke wasn't honest. Conflicting emotions here, but I understand why Zoe's now behaving how he's behaving.
มึงกูว่ารอบนี้มันน่าจะโกรธเราจริงแน่เลยว่ะ
Yep.
กูว่ารอบนี้เนี่ยกูต้องง้อว่ะ
What are they planning? This is kind of how they're in the situation in the first place, is that Zoe didn't like things being organised behind his back, which is kind of what they're doing now. I mean, I don't agree. This is why I don't fucking agree with him, but yeah. Oh. Who else is there? Who's the third person? I feel like this wasn't the big gesture that they needed to do, but I mean... I'm not sure this is gonna work. He clearly can barely see in that outfit. I don't think this is gonna work. Sunflowers again though.
เป็นดีนะโซ่
I don't think this is what Zoe wants.
พวกมึงเล่นอะไรกันเนี่ย โคตรไร้สาระเลยวะ
Right, I'm on Joke's side. I'm on Joke's side of this because I don't understand why Zoe's annoyed. However, I understand why Zoe's annoyed about this because at this point, it's like Joke doesn't understand Zoe's point of view, which is understandable because I don't really understand why Zoe's annoyed either. But Joke needs to put himself in Zoe's shoes. I think the key to making Zoe forgive Joke is Joke understanding why Zoe's upset. And Zoe's upset because he feels like his trust has been betrayed. That's what you need to rebuild. This isn't doing fucking anything. Like, this isn't proving anything to Zoe. Zoe, I think, knows that Joke cares about him. I don't think Zoe thinks that Joke has lied about his feelings. So that's not something that you need to prove. You need to prove that he can trust you. And I feel like if it was anyone else, like I feel like if this was Jeng and Park going through this, it would be Joke that would be telling Jeng, this is what you need to do. And he's just like not listening to his own advice.
กูถามพวกมึงจริงๆเหอะมึงคิดว่าพวกมึงทำแบบเนี้ยแล้วโซ่มันจะยอมใจ
Exactly. You think you're an idiot if you thought this would work. Exactly. Why the fuck would this work?
แต่มึงดันง้อมันด้วยการหลอกมันอีกทีเนี่ยนะ
Yes. Cot actually has said the truth there. You're good at being honest with him. Why is Joke finding it so hard to be honest with Zoe? That's the thing that he's best at. Pox, leave him. Yeah. I support this.
มึงจะไปไหนอะ
He's leaving you
ผม
because
จะย้ายกลับไปอยู่หอเดิม
he feels that you don't care about this relationship.
ไม่เอาแบบนี้ได้ปะวะ เรามาคุยกันดีๆก่อนไม่ได้หรอ
No.
คุยอะไรอีกวะพี่เป็นคนเดินหนีผมมาไม่ใช่หรอ
เฮ้ยแต่กูว่านี่ไงกูกลับมาแล้วนี่ไงกูซื้อดอกไม้มาให้มึงด้วยเนี่ย
Is this the first time that Jeng is apologising? Is this the first time that Jeng is coming back to him? Because that's fucking bullshit. If Pox stayed for that long, days. Pox stayed days after they had their argument where Pox was like, I just don't see a future. Like, I don't see how we're gonna get past this. And even then, he gave Jeng the opportunity for them to work through it. And Jeng didn't take that. Fuck me, deserves better. Like, are you fucking kidding me, Jeng? You need to step things up. Like, you need to really sort yourself out. For you to deserve Park, you need to change some things. You just change lots of things.
พี่ถิงบอกเถอะผมเหนื่อยแล้วอะ
You've hurt him too much. This has been coming for a while, and I feel like Jeng didn't see it.
คือกูรู้นะเว้ยว่าครั้งนี้กูทำตัวไม่น่า
It's
รั
not
ก
just
อะ
about this
ต่อ
one
ไปกูสัญ
thing.
ญานะเว้ยว่ากูจะไม่ให้ไอจีใครแล้วกูก็จะไม่คุยกับใครแล้วกูสัญญานะปกนะ
It's not just
ปัญหาไม่อยู่
about
ที่ไอจีไง
that.
พี่
Yeah.
ปัญหามันคือผมเป็นใครในชีวิตพี่มากกว่า
Yeah.
มึงก็เป็นแฟนกูไง
แฟนเหรอ
Yeah.
ถ้าเป็นเมื่อก่อนอะผมโคตรรู้สึกดีกับคำนี้มากๆเลย ตอนเนี้ยผมว่ามันไม่พอแล้วอะพี่ ผมขอโทษนะ ที่ผมไม่งนันเกิดเป็นผู้ชายอะ
เฮ้ยปกกูรู้นะเว้ยว่ามึงเข้าใจกูอะ
ผมรู้
Yeah.
แต่ผมว่าเข้าใจพี่มาตลอดไง
He has been so understanding.
คือผมจะไม่โอเค
He's not okay with it. And it makes him feel like
พยายามทำ
shit. It makes
Heรู้ไหม
makes
วะ
Pock feel like
แม่งรู้สึกเจ็บ
he's
ข
not
นาด
good
ไหนอะ
enough.
เว เวลาที่เห็นคนมาคุยกับพี่ เข้ามาหาพี่
Yeah.
ถ้าผมทำได้แค่ยืนมองอะแค่ผมไปหาพี่อะมันยังต้องหลบหลบซ่อนๆเลย ผมถามตัวเองตลอดเลยนะว่าผมไม่เป็นตัวอะไรในชีวิตพี่กันแน่วะปุ๊บ
It's really hard because at the end of the day, Jeng's not in the wrong for not being ready to come out. However, I feel like he hasn't been sensitive enough to how that affects Park. That's my issue.
ปล่อย
You're gonna have to let him go. At least for now. Park's not ready to hear it.
เพราะผมรักพี่ไง ผมเลยอดทนมาตลอด ตอนนี้ผมว่าผมไม่ทนแล้วอ่ะไม่
At this point, unless Jen comes
ขอ
out,
โทษปก
I don't think this relationship can work because it is literally killing Park to be in this
กูไม่รู้เลยอะว่า
relationship.
ความเห็นแก่ตัวของกูมันทำให้มึงอึดอัด
Yeah, you
อะ
were. You were.
กูขาดมันไปไม่ได้จริงๆนะเว้ย
You are destroying
ทุกอย่าง
him
ในชีวิตของกูนะเว้ย
by keeping him here and keeping him a secret.
กูสัญญาว่ากูจะทำให้มันดีเอง กูจะพยายามเพื่อมึงหมดทุกอย่างเลยปก
Okay. I'm giving Jeng a chance, and I think Park should as
โท
well.
ษนะ
He's coming out. He's coming out. He's coming out. He's coming out. Yes. I do genuinely. I mean, I am pissed off with Jeng because it was so obvious, but I do genuinely believe him when he said that he didn't see how much his actions were affecting Park. Park was trying to hide it. I mean, he was doing a fucking terrible job of it. Like, it was so painfully obvious to see how much Park was struggling with the fact that they couldn't be out and that they were hiding it and that Jeng was publicly single. Like, it was so fucking obvious. But I do believe Jeng when he said that he was blind to that. So I am happy that Park's giving him a chance to change things, and I'm so happy that Jeng is taking this seriously and being like, fuck it, if it's the difference between me losing you and me coming out, there's no contest. I'm coming out. If we can stay together, if it means I don't lose you, I will come out to everyone. Whether this is the right move or not, I don't know. I think I've said before in previous reaction videos about different couples that coming out for your partner, risky move. Could turn into resentment. I don't think that's going to happen here because I don't think the hidden agenda are going to take it there. But it could easily turn into Jeng resenting Park for making him come out if things go badly when he does come out. I'm hoping that doesn't happen. I don't think that's what's going to happen. But that's like the other side of it.
โอ้มาช้าจังวะ
His
แล้วนี่มึง
boyfriend.
พาใครมาด้วยอ่ะ
คือเราเป็น แฟนกูเองอะ
อ๋อ อย่าบอกนะมึง
ใช่ ตอนนี้กูคบผู้ชายอยู่ คนนี้แหละ แฟนกู
I don't think this is gonna go so
คน
well.
นี้เหรอเออเออดีเว้ย งั้นเดี๋ยวกูไปซ้อมบอลก่อนนะเว้ย
Yeah, this hasn't gone well.
เจอกัน
ไม่มีอะไรหรอก ไม่ต้องกังวลนะ
นี่น้องทำอย่างนี้เลย
ไม่เห็น
He
อะไร
did.
เลย
He
พี่อยา
did.
กให้มันชัดเจนนี่
However, it's now Jeng that's being the strong one and being like, I'm fine. He's the one that's now going to have to lie and say that he's fine when he's possibly not going to be, because it seems like the team aren't quite as accepting as we would hope they would be. I don't know. I don't think he is lying at this point. Like, I think at this point he's like fairly resolved in his opinion. He will do anything to keep Park in his life, clearly.
ไหวปะมึง
ไหวอยู่มึง
ไปสอบห้องไหนอ่ะ
ห้องข้างๆมึงอะ
ไป เดี๋ยวกูพา
He
ไปส่ง
does
ที่
seem. He does seem like he's forgiving Pat more than he's forgiving Joke. I mean, he did kind of push Pat down the stairs, so he kind of has punished Pat enough.
กูขอโทษนะเว้ย
Right. One thing that I'm like, has Joke even apologised? Like, I'm not actually sure that Joke has apologised. Because, I mean, when we first had the scene, I was too firm in my opinion of Zoe's overreacting. Like, Joke doesn't need to apologise because he did nothing wrong. But actually, Joke needs to apologise, regardless of whether I believe that Joke did anything wrong or not. He's hurt Zoe, and Joke does need to apologise for that. And I'm not sure that he actually has. He's said, please forgive me, sang him a song, made him some rice cakes or whatever. I'm not sure we've actually heard him sincerely apologise to Zoe. Because I don't think that he believes that he was in the wrong. Which, I mean, I agree with him, but just fucking apologise.
ที่ผ่านมา กูช่วยคิดแผนให้โจ๊กได้อยู่ใกล้ๆมึง
Yeah.
แต่มันก็แค่นั้นเลยเว้ย
That is all.
ตอนที่พวกมึงสองคนจีบกันชอบกันน่ะ กูไม่เคยบังคับความรู้สึกของพวกมึงสองคนเลยนะ
He just created an
That's
opportunity.
ที่กูปิดเรื่องนี้ไว้
Yes,
แล้วก็ทำอะไรรับหลังมึงอะ
that's the bit that I think Zoe has the issue
กูควร
with.
จะเป็นเพื่อนที่มึงไว้ใจได้แท้ๆกูขอโทษนะไอ้โซ่
Okay, no, I get why he's gonna forgive Pat
เดี๋ยว
first.
กูช่วยกูเอง
ต่อเล่นไป
That's what Joke should have done. That was a lovely apology. It was a wonderful explanation of what happened. That was all Zoe, I think, is asking for. I hope that Joke does apologise.
มึงมาทำไม กูมาง้อ
No, wrong. That's the wrong.
กูขอโอกาสครั้งสุดท้ายได้ปะ
That's the wrong thing to say.
โซ่
You need apology, explanation, just like Pat did.
มึงไม่ต้องหายโกรธกูเลยก็ได้นะเว้ย แต่แค่กูไม่อยากทำมืออึดอัดอีกอะครั้งสุดท้ายนะ
Where's your apology?
ให้โอกาสกูนะ งั้น เดี๋ยวกูต้มน้ำเก๊กฮวยให้กินนะ
That's very sweet. Like, this is the reason why you fell in love with him in the first place, but I'm kind of pissed off that he's not apologised. I feel like I need to watch it back, but I don't think he's apologised. Like, I genuinely don't think that he's apologised at any stage. He's also not really explained to him exactly why he did it. I mean, it's obvious, but I feel like Zoe would appreciate the explanation.
เอาไปฮวยรู้ไหม ว่าทำไมพี่ถึงชอบพี่โซ อยากรู้ไม่อยากรู้เนี่ย น้องก็ต้องฟังพี่นะครับ เพราะวันนี้เนี่ยอาจจะเป็นวันสุดท้ายที่พี่จะได้บอกความรู้
I
สึกตัว
don't
เอ
think
ง
that that's what he's questioning.
กับพี่โซนะ
I mean, it can't hurt, but I don't think that he's questioning your
ต
feelings
อนที่
for
พี่อยู่ปี
him.
หนึ่งอยู่ดีก็มีคน
This is what I wanted to hear. Okay, I'm on board with this. I'm like, I think this might be new information. I think we are actually getting an explanation of what exactly happened in their first year.
ตามกูไปประกวดอีกแล้วเหรอ
เปล่า
กูอยู่ปีเดียวกับมึงอ่ะ เมื่อกี้กูเห็นรุ่นพี่บังคับมึงให้ประกวดดาวเดือนใช่ปะแล้วมึงไม่อยากทำจริงๆหรอ
กูไม่อยากท
แล้วนี่มึงโอเคปะเนี่ย กูโอเค มันเกี่ยวอะไรกับมึง
Zoe's just kind.
Good
This
deal,
is
dude.
just Zoe.
กูว่าไม่ควรมีใครถูกบังคับ กูว่า กูช่วยมึงได้นะ เดี๋ยวกูจะลงประกวดแทนมึงเอง
เขาเป็นคนแรกเลยนะ ที่เดินเข้ามาถามพี่ตรงๆว่าพี่อยากทำอะไรไม่อยากทำอะไร เขารับฟังพี่ โดยที่เขาไม่ตัดสินพี่ก่อน เวลาพี่อยู่กับเขาอะพี่รู้สึกว่าพี่ไม่ต้องเป็นใครเลยอะพี่เป็นตัวเองตอนแรกพี่ก็สับสนนะว่าเขาจะชอบพี่หรือเปล่า แถมเขาไม่ชอบมิตาย
Yeah.
พี่เลยคิดว่าแค่รู้จัก
I believe this now. Like, I believe this. Obviously, I initially thought that he'd manipulated Zoe so that he could get with him and that he wasn't actually going to help him with Nita. But we saw him genuinely help him with Nita. Like, we saw him selflessly help. He was willing to genuinely put effort in to help Zoe get the person that he had feelings for. And if that was Nita, Joke was okay with that as long as he could also be in Zoe's life. Like, I genuinely believe that Joke didn't have any malicious motive. I believe him that when he says that he just wanted Zoe in his life. He had no intention of manipulating him. I'm glad that he's explaining this to Zoe.
แต่หลังจากที่ได้รู้จักแล้วอะ
You fell even more in love with him.
พี่ก็ไม่ไหวเลยอะ ใจพี่ไม่เป็นของพี่เลยระหว่างเราอะ
There is nothing untrue. That
เขาโก
sentence
หกเลย
is so true. None of it was a
ความรู้
lie.
สึกของพี่อะมันจริง
This is what I wanted Joke to do. I wanted him to explain. I wanted him to explain everything to Zoe. And this is what I'm saying, like, none of his feelings were a lie. None of the moments that they actually shared together were a lie. None of the things that Joke did for Zoe were a lie.
อย่างที่พี่ทำอะเพราะว่าพี่อยากอยู่ข้างเขาเพราะพี่รักเขา ขอโทษนะโซ่
Okay, you've apologised. Yes,
ขอโทษจริง
he is sorry.
ที่ผ่านมากูผิดกับมึงมาโดยตลอดเลย
I think that's all he needed
แต่
from
กูก็ไม่เค
you.
ยขอโทษมึงเลย
Yes, you hadn't apologised. This is what I was saying. This is when I started to get pissed off at you. Is you never apologised.
แต่กูสัญญานะ
อหลังจากเนี้ยกูจะไม่โกหกมึง
He's gonna forgive you.
หรือว่าจะปิดบังมึงเรื่องอะไรอีกอะ
He can't even hide his smile anymore.
ก็แค่เนี้ย
Exactly. He just
Long
wanted an
road.
apology.
ไม่คิดว่ามึงจะขอโทษกูซะละ
Mhm.
นี่มึงยกโทษให้กูแล้วใช่ปะ
Yes. I've been so harsh on Zoe when all he wanted was an apology, and I think that he has every right to have asked for an apology. I'm like, oh, Zoe, why are you being so unreasonable? And now I'm like, no, actually, Zoe deserved an apology, and Joke should have just freely given that immediately. Well, I mean, to be fair, Zoe wasn't willing to hear anything right at the start. But when Joke went to him at university and gave him the food, that he should have immediately apologised then. That should have been the first words out of his mouth. Should have been, I am so sorry. I was in the wrong. Even if he didn't think that he was in the wrong, which I didn't think he was. He should have at least apologised. And I respect that Zoe waited for that. I respect that Zoe has held firm and been like, I'm not going to forgive him until he fucking apologises. Because, yeah, fair play to you, Zoe.
คุยกับกูแล้วแปลว่ามึงยกโทษให้กูแล้วใช่ปะ
Yes.
กูยอมมึงก็ได้ ห้ามเงียบ ห้ามซ่อน ห้ามปิดบังอะไรก็ตาม แล้วที่สำคัญ อย่าให้กูต้องมานั่งเสียใจกับเรื่องแบบนี้
Yeah.
อีกเข้าใจปะ
โอเคกูหาสมุดกับปากกามาจดก่อน จะได้ไม่ผิดพลาดอีก
มึงล้อกูเหรอ
กูสัญญานะเว้ย กูจะเอาความเชื่อใจของมึงกลับมาให้ได้
This is everything that you needed to say in the first place. This is all he was asking for.
หวานไหม
หวานเจี๊ยบ
จะมีอะไรหวานกว่านี้อีกไหม
You.
อืม
I don't think you're that forgiven just yet.
งดเอาปากมึง มาโดนปากกู
I mean, you've not seen each other for
No,
3
yeah.
months, are you?
โอ้โห1 เดือนเลยเหรอ
อืม
ไหนเราสานสัมพันธ์ไมตรีกันแล้วไม่ใช่เหรอ 1 เดือนเลยเหรอ
1 เดือน
ก็ได้
อะไรของมึงเนี่ย ไม่ 1 ปี
1 year.
เฮ้ย4 เดือน
So this isn't really what I thought was going to happen this episode. I mean, I got one thing right, which was the fact that they resolved the issue all in the same episode. However, this is an example of one of the issues that I'm like, no, just stop throwing shit at it. Because this was unnecessary. The issue with the stalker, I feel that that was interesting. That was like worth putting into the show. They should have just spent a little bit more time on it. They should have spent this episode on that as well. This was pointless. I don't understand why Zoe got so upset about it. Other than obviously the fact that he feels like his trust was betrayed, but like, whatevs. And then, I don't understand why it took Joke so long to just fucking apologise. Like, literally, he had a conversation with Jeng at the start of the episode being like, yeah, you don't think you're in the wrong, but Park does, so listen to him. If it's a big issue for him, then it should be a big issue for you. Take your own fucking advice. Like, what? And then I just feel like this was pointless. What? Like, literally, we're probably going to get 3 more issues thrown at them. We've got 3 more episodes left. Finland is going to be one of them. I don't know what they're going to do for the other 2 episodes, because at this rate, Finland's going to be brought up and resolved in 1 episode. So we've got 2 more episodes of, like, them bringing up other pointless issues. rant over. The thing that I loved about this episode was Park and Jeng, that we got a little bit more from them. I like that Park finally stood up to Jeng. That's something that we've seen develop over the past 9 episodes. Well, whenever they were first introduced. I don't think they were in the first episode, but over like the past like 6 or so episodes, we've seen that slowly develop of like us seeing them, then us finding out that they're not out, and then us watching Park struggle with that to the point where he's finally snapped this episode, and Jeng has finally realised what he's been doing to him. So I'm glad that Jeng eventually took that seriously and has now come out to the football team, which didn't go well. That did not go well. So I kind of hope that we see a bit more of that. I hope we see the consequences of Jeng now coming out and see how his friends and his teammates react. I feel like that may put further strain on their relationship. It might strengthen it. I don't know. This episode is so long and I feel like I've given so many opinions throughout the reaction that I'm going to leave it there. But I hope that you enjoyed my reaction to this episode. I will be uploading my reaction to episode number 10 next Friday. So if you want to catch that, then be sure to subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. And I will see you next time.